f of x is equal to x cubed plus x squared plus px plus q, where p and q are constants. Given that f of 5 is 0 and f of minus 3 is 8, find the values of p and q. So this is saying if I substitute 5 into my function, so 5 cubed plus 5 squared plus p times 5 plus the q, that's going to equal 0. The 5 cubed is 125, the 5 squared is 25. So these add up to 150. And I'm going to subtract 150 from both sides as well. And put a box around that. There's not much more I can do with that just yet. Excuse me. Right, the next bit of information, we've been told that f of minus 3 is 8. So if we substitute minus 3 into the function, minus 3 cubed plus minus 3 squared plus p times minus 3 plus q is equal to 8. Minus 3 cubed is minus 27. Minus 3 squared is positive 9. The minus 27 plus 9 is minus 18. And I'm going to add that 18 to both sides. The 8 plus 18 is 26. Right, if we now do simultaneous equations, we can work out what p and q are. So I'm going to do my top equation, take away the bottom equation. The 5p minus the negative 3p will become 5p plus 3p, which will be 8p. The q minus the q will be 0. The minus 150 minus the 26 is minus 176. Divide both sides by 8 and we get p is minus 22. I can substitute that back into either of the other equations. I'm going to substitute it into the second equation, so I'm going to put it in here. The minus 3 times the minus 22 is 66. Plus the q equals 26. So q is 26 minus 66, which is minus 40. So we've worked out what p and q are. So I can go back to the original equation now and swap the p for minus 22 and the q for minus 40. Part B is now saying to factorise f of x completely. Now, we already know one of the factors. We were told it in the question. We were told that f of 5 is 0. So by the factor theorem, that's telling me that x minus 5 is a factor. So therefore, if I divide my f of x by x minus 5, I can work out the other factors. So x into x cubed goes x squared times. The x squared times the x is x cubed. The x squared times the minus 5 is minus 5x squared. And we're going to take that away. The x cubed minus the x cubed is 0. The x squared minus the minus 5x squared, so that's going to add 5x squared, will be 6x squared. The minus 22x, take away nothing, and the minus 40 take away nothing. Right, so we're going to repeat the process. So x into the 6x squared goes 6x times. The 6x times the x is the 6x squared. The 6x times the minus 5 is minus 30x. And we're going to take that away. The 6x squared minus the 6x squared is 0. The minus 22x minus minus 30x. So minus 22x plus 30x is 8x. The minus 40, take away nothing, is minus 40. And one last time, the x into the 8x goes 8 times. The 8 times the x is 8x. The 8 times the minus 5 is minus 40. Take that away, we do get 0 as we expected. So we can now say that f of x is x minus 5 times x squared plus 6x plus 8, which can be factorised further into an x plus 2 and an x plus 4. And this is now completely factorised.